Hi everyone, welcome to Skilling Secrets. Today we have Mr. Hanumesh with us, who is the Vice President from Infosys, working in Infosys for about 27 years. So we have here Hanumesh. Welcome to Skilling Secrets.
Thank you, Manjunath.
So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining us, sir, today. So to start with, before we get to the secrets of skilling that you would want to share with the people, so I would want to get a quick introduction of your career in the last maybe about 3 decades now, and then how did you eventually come into the learning and development industry, and then what are those things that are keeping you motivated in this industry?
Thanks, Manjunath and Techademy team for providing me the opportunity and platform to interact with you people. It's a great association working with you always. Okay, then as you rightly said, around 3 decades back, I started my career in training and development L&D space. Actually, I didn't know that I'll be getting into this space when I applied for Infosys Limited. So I was working in a government organization. It's a reputed research organization of Government of India. So I was there for 2 years. I was in a Northeast. For some family reasons, I wanted to come back to the mainland. So at that point of time, I got an opportunity to work as a lecturer in applied electronics. Basically, I'm a applied electronics engineer, and then I have completed my post-graduation in applied electronics. After that, I got an opportunity to apply for a lecturer in applied electronics in Government of Karnataka and got selected. So I was working in that college. That point of time, unfortunately, there were not many students in that college, and I was not getting adequate opportunities to teach and learn for myself. So that point of time, I was looking for some other better opportunities, and by accidentally, I got to know about the software engineering role position available in Infosys, and I applied for that one. And as usual, that interview process, first written test, and then after that interview. So when it was going through a normal process, in that interview panel, rest while that Infosys, the training unit is called E&R, Education and Research. Now it is called ETA, Education, Training and Assessment. But that time it was called as Education and Research. Head himself was there in the panel.
Okay.
So then he looked at my profile and he said, you worked in a research organization earlier, and now you are working as a lecturer in applied electronics. Why can't you try for a Education and Research department in our organization? So I didn't know what is that actually, and what are the responsibilities and role and responsibility of that program. So I said, I was a little hesitant. If I say no, they may not select me for Infosys Limited. So I was a little worried about that one. And then finally, I was offered a role, the E&R, Education and Research Department. Then just how I got into a education and training role. Infosys always provided that kind of a platform and opportunity. And even though I joined Education and Research Department at that point of time as an educator, but I had several instances where I can go back to delivery and experience that world. Mm-hmm. So that way, if you look at our group head, Tirumala Arohi, he also comes with a very rich experience of delivery experience.
Okay.
And our unit head, Senior Vice President Satisha BN, he also comes with that background. So Infosys always believed that a practitioner should be an educator, and educator should be a practitioner. So that kind of opportunity is always provided. Platforms were provided within our organization, so that we have a best of both worlds, and we can do a better job as an educator.
Yeah, that's great. So while you had so much of opportunities to move out of education department, getting into delivery and so on. So what is that thing that kept you motivated to be in the education department for so long?
So the thing is that one interesting thing, you are interacting with a human. That's the best possible thing in this education training department in L&D space. See, today, we recruit. We recruit around 25 to 30,000 people at a fresher level, and we have an organization of 330,000 people. And then they come to classroom for various reasons: continuous education, continuous learning, reskilling, upskilling, and then unlearn and learn. So these all kind of activities keeps happening. and then you also get an opportunity to teach on multiple technologies. So this interaction with the human, and then they identify us as an educator. Even for example, if I go to for some work, Chennai DC or Hyderabad DC or Mysore DC, one or other guy walks into during when we are having a lunch, we are having a cup of coffee. He comes and tells that you taught me Oracle, you taught me Unix, you taught me C programming language. You were the one who taught me data warehousing. So that's really inspires, motivates to do our job. And this is the one thing I really like. And I get an opportunity to learn the wider landscape of technologies. And then then we ourselves become a better. Every time I teach to the class, I learn something definitely.
Correct.
So that is the huge, the benefit. That's what I see.
That's very interesting. So how have you been able to navigate through some of these different eras, from physical era to cloud era, and then today, if you see, most of it is data era?
Manjunath, I don't think you will deny on this point. I usually divide this training area, my own experience. If I look at from 1990 to today, current day, I will divide that into 5 phases. 1990 to 2000, it was a trainer centric. So the trainer has to be a best of the best person, because only he can inspire the team, the cohort. That was the idea. So from there to by 2000, from 1990s, that was the kind of a space. 2000, it changed to a learner centric. From trainer centric to a learner centric, continuous learning, continuous progress. That is how it is evolved from 1990 to 2000. That 10 year, that decade. So 2000 to 2010, if you look at that era, 2000, another second decade of my career program, 2000 to 2010, that is the e-learning and online learning. That was in boom. I mean, that obviously that e-learning and online learning brought a lot of flexibility, lot of scale. It brought a scale. So obviously, and anytime, anywhere. So these were the concepts were implemented. So and then it become more providing you an opportunity to learn anytime, anywhere. Those kind of things happened. If you look at 2010 to 2020, I call it, this era is the explosion of mobile technologies, app ecosystem. So there, it was then that led to a bite-sized learning. Then you talk about micro learning. So and then of course it gives you a lot of independence. And then just-in-time learning. So you want tomorrow, you want something, then today you can learn that one because it's available now through that app, and then you learn only what you require at this point of time. So that was 2010 to 2020. So from 2020 to now, I mean, in another 4 years at this point of time, this era is all about that AI, ML, Gen AI. So as you rightly said, lot of data, learning analytics, instant feedback, then understanding the behavior of the learner. So these are all the points. And then Gen AI, having your own, AI assistant, then chatbots, availability of the chatbots, and then the knowledge assistants. So these kind of concepts evolved. Definitely this is transforming again learning and development industry altogether. So that is it is helping you to personalize the learning. Even though the 10 people are learning same subject, they need not to learn the same way because their content is personalized. Their learning gaps are different. They are identified very quickly, and then suggestions are made. Course of actions are taken immediately. So that way, it is helping learners to do that one. And then future. I mean, I feel with obviously Gen AI, ML algorithms are going to play a huge role in personalizing this content, but combining with AR, VR. So that will make a more interesting, ecosystem is going to create, and definitely learner will have a lot of choice, a lot of personalization. Then quickly assembling the content on the go, on the fly. So that will make learner life much more, easier and interesting.
Okay. So you have been able to bring in all the generative AI and ML into the learning ecosystem in your organization currently.
Of course. First, we even, fortunately, we were a little thinking ahead, and because of our leadership and, our vision. So even pre-COVID, we were ready. So we had
Very interesting.
we had a platform called we are right now also having a platform called Lex.
Mhm.
Okay, it's not just another LMS.
Mhm.
It is much more than that one.
Mhm.
So learning, now we call it as a Lex. The way we write it is the L e to the power of X.
Okay.
Experiential exponential.
Wow.
So that is how we named it the platform.
Mhm.
So Lex platform is already adopted most of these new age technologies. It is having a knowledge assistant
Mhm.
based on powered by AI ML algorithms,
Mhm.
and it has a personalized chatbot,
Okay.
and then it becomes your co-learner.
Mhm.
Or, if you don't have a peer learning group,
Mhm.
you can always make your AI algorithm itself as your co-learner,
Mhm.
and you interact
Mhm.
and learn,
Mhm.
and it will allow you to move forward in the right direction. It identifies your gaps, knowledge gaps,
Mhm.
and it customizes the learning paths, helps you in bringing that adaptive courses and adaptive assessments
Wow.
based on your performance, your behavior, the way you responding to the learning journey.
Mhm.
So it adjusts itself.
Very
So because of this one, the learning experience, the Lex platform definitely stands, very different one. So when we were interacting with our clients and we were explaining our own learning ecosystem to the clients, most of the clients were very fascinated with our platform and our approach.
Mhm.
Obviously, they were asking us if you can make it a part of our organization also. That's the reason that led to us to go ahead and create a another version of Lex, which is meant for our employees, for our clients.
Okay.
So we call that as a Wingspan.
Okay.
So Wingspan is our platform which helps our transforming learning ecosystem of our clients. So then these are the two things were ready before even COVID. Okay.
Very interesting.
So when COVID happened, and obviously entire industry switched to online mode, virtual mode, and then obviously there was no personal touch. So obviously it was for people who have who are economically stronger, or who have accessible to this kind of a platforms. So our organization thought that we should do something for a community.
Okay.
So our CEO, our chairman, our leadership team, they thought they should launch a platform to servicing communities wherever we are working. So part of that one, so we launched a platform called Springboard. Obviously, the Lex is the original thought platform. Lex was for our employees, Wingspan for our customers, and Springboard is for our communities.
Okay.
So that's how we took it to a very large scale and across the world.
Springboard has made some significant differences to the whole world from a learning perspective. So what are those things that you have done to keep people attracted to Springboard?
Of course, it's a very huge, large-scale initiative. So we had a target of, by 2025, we wanted to reach 10 million users. Now we revised it. By 2030, we wanted to be 15 million users. So right now we have around 8 million users on our platform. This is again, in one of the his lectures, our chairman Nandan Nilekani, he said there should not be any friction to learning other than except learners' motivation.
Wow.
So I mean that should be the only friction. So rest everything should be removed. All the frictions should be removed. So keeping that one, and then again, if I quote one of the Bhartrihari Subhashita, so he says that Annadanam Parandanam Vidyadanam Ataf Param Annena Kshanika Truptir Yavat Jivancha Vidyaya. So the meaning of this Subhashita is that giving a food to a hunger person is a very noble gesture. So because by giving a food you are fulfilling that person's hungerness, right? That is a very good thing. It's a noble one. But he says Annadanam Parandanam Vidya Danamataf Param. Giving education, giving knowledge is much superior than that one. Because by giving a food, you can fulfill that person's hunger for only one time. Correct. But again, by dinner, that person will be hungry. Correct. Or maybe next day morning, if you're given a dinner, the next day morning, again, he will be hungry.
Correct.
But then if you give him education, then using that education, he can earn his own livelihood. That is what exactly that we are trying to. And then with we wanted to remove those obstacles for the people who are socially or economically, little not having those kind of facilities. they'll not, if you want to subscribe a program, or you want to use this kind of a platform, you have to shell out a lot of money. But then we don't wanted to have such a divide in a society, and our goal is under the Springboard platform is that educating on a digital skills. Basically, our CEO and our chairman very well articulated what is the digital skilling. So it's available on our Springboard platform. But basically, we wanted to give them an equal opportunity, irrespective of their social or economical conditions. So and then you have access to world-class platform. It's not just a platform; it's an experience. So if you look at that Springboard platform, it's not just it's some set of content available on our platform. So we have a content available on our platform from a world-class, our vendor ecosystem, and our own content. Whatever we can put it on a public domain, we put everything on our platform. Okay. So we haven't differentiated. Okay, it's only for Infosys employees. So every content, whatever we can put it without having any IPR issues, we put every content in our platform, and also we work with our vendor ecosystems, and then we brought best of the best content on our platform. Not only content on technology like cybersecurity, AI, ML, data science, blockchain, and then it's IoT. You just name the technology landscape, then we have covered everything. Other than that one, we also have a very interesting domain content. Okay. Banking, how banking domain works, how retail industry works, how manufacturing operations are taken. All those it gives you a 360-degree complete perspective of knowledge. All the 4 dimensions. Maybe it's be it technology, be it a domain, be it a process, be it even leadership and professional skills. So all those rounded experience you get, and it is not just some set of courses and video-based courses. We also provide you opportunity to learn a learning journey. For example, my goal is to become a cybersecurity analyst, or I want to become a data scientist engineer, or I want to be pursuing my career in AI ML technology, or I want to become a blockchain engineer or a full stack developer. So whatever may be your dream, so you can live the dream on our platform, and it's with a hands-on. The playgrounds, the kind of environment we have provided. They don't have to install a single software on their laptop or their machine. So they can directly use a playground, and then it is also incorporated all the good learning practices. For example, the gamification, cohort learning. So again, if again you allow me to quote another Subhashita, I will say that Acharyat Padamadatya Padam Shishya Swayam Adhyayah Padam Sahabrahmacharanyabhya Padam Kalanukramena. So that Bharatruhari again he says how to learn. He says Acharyat Padamadatya. Quarter of your learning should be learned from your teacher. So instructor-led training. In corporate jargons, if I talk about that one, instructor-led training. Then Padam Shishya Swayam Adhyayah. That means again 25%. Quarter of your learning requirements must be met by yourself. By doing a self-learning. Correct. That's what again in corporate world we talk about self-learning. Correct. Third one is that another quarter must be learned from your peer group. Your cohort group. That is the third quarter of your learning requirements. And then another 25% must come from experiential learning. So over a period of time, Kalanukramena. So another 25%. So that is all these 4 pillars of learning philosophy are available in our Springboard platform. We have a master classes using instructor-led training. We have a program which is allow you to learn self-learn and yourself. And then we have a discussion groups. We have a cohort groups where you can learn with your peer groups, with your co-learners. And then with the experiential learning, that the 4th quarter. That 4th quarter is like experiential learning. That also you can perform using continuously and and with your playgrounds and labs available, everything made available at the click of a button. So you can learn that one. So that is how this is a learning journey goes on.
Thank you so much, sir. This is really great insights. So any new things that you are going forward?
Yeah. See, first of all, I want to give the all credit to our organization. Infosys, it is, they always considered knowledge, sharing, learning is a paramount important aspect of a human life. That's how you are mentioning those Subhashitas. I just want to quote one more, which is related to this field only. So they say it is na chora haryam, na raja haryam, nacha bhratru bhajyam, nacha bharakari. That means the thief cannot steal, king cannot tax.
Correct.
I mean, government.
Yeah.
King here is the government.
Yeah.
Government can't tax. Siblings can't ask for a share, and which is not heavy to carry.
Wow.
Vaye krite vardhate nityam. So you have money, you spend it, you have lost it, you gone it, you finished it. You're done with that money, right?
Yeah.
But knowledge is not like that. You spend it, knowledge only increases. You share it, it only increases. You become much more better person in that particular knowledge field, right?
Yeah.
Vaye krite vardhate nityam, vidyadhanam sarvadhanam samam. So Vidyadhanam, with the knowledge or education or learning experience is definitely superior than any other thing. So that is how they say that one. This is what exactly we are trying to implement here. So it's obviously this technology is going to play a very, very big role. There is no doubt about that. See, if you look at for everything, the time has to come, right? No, it's not happens anything before the time, right? So even though you look at AI, ML algorithms, they were exist since last 60, 70 years.
Correct.
So it's not something new. I mean, they were invented in last 10, 20 years, right?
Correct.
They were existing. So similarly, AR, VR also, it has to come on its own time. Maybe we are talking about that one, but then I see that this is the time. So that AI, AR, VR and AI, ML, that combination is going to transform the learning and development industry. It is going to personalize the learning experience. It is going to change the landscape of learning, how you learn. So this is going to make a huge difference to the learner. And I'm sure learners are going to be in their golden eras.
Yeah.
So that is going to happen. So it is just a matter of, in my view, it's a matter of 3-4 years, not more than that.
Okay. So I think that
obviously Springboard will definitely. Springboard is not a constant thing. You say that in our industry, only thing is constant is change. Obviously, we will evolve to that our technology and we'll adopt that one. And already, we have implemented most of our requirements. But just to give you that one, it is not just only a technology. It is also a concept. For example, Infosys is already running one of the world's largest internship programs. So we have a goal for ourselves to ensure that at least 10,000 learners, the students, can participate in our internship program.
Okay.
And then make sure that they get the technology assisted, also human-led, human-centric. So mentorship.
Okay.
So they work in a cohort, they work in a real-time project.
Okay.
And then they make that whatever project they made themselves available, so that they will put it in a GitHub with a MIT licenses, and they can showcase that on what project they worked on, and their prospective employer or whomever, wherever they want to. I mean, they can showcase that one knowledge, that whatever they experienced it, whatever they built it. So that is the one program we are executing right now, and we are also running one very important program called Pragati.
Okay.
Pragati is our, it's specially designed for women empowerment.
Very interesting.
So it is an 18-year-old girl to a 55-year-old woman, a lifelong learner, can join on this platform. They can undergo a training program, guided mentorship, and then also they will be invited to Infosys campus to spend time with the Infosys leadership and understand the nuances of learning that software industry, and then how they can launch themselves to a mainstream. Because I know, women have many challenges compared to men, and then because of that maternity, because of their family responsibilities, and then they have to take a break. So they have to take a break, and then we have wanted to provide them opportunity and platform where they can re-enter the workforce and then relaunch their career. So if for some reason they have taken a break, so these are the few things. Definitely we are doing it, and then we'll continue to do that one. And we are working very closely. Not just learning is the only goal. We also ensure that these learners who learned on our platform, and it's not just learning. They also get certified. So we have the mechanism where we can certify them on a particular knowledge skill or through assessments, the proctor-based assessments, and then they'll get certificate. So not only that certificate will not stop there. We'll also provide them a platform and opportunities where they can get employed if they want to pursue their
Career.
employment career,
Mhm.
obviously they will be having an opportunity to apply for those jobs where they have learned and then certified themselves on various programs. So then they have a jobs opportunity also.
Okay.
So this is what we are going to launch in a very short period.
Mhm.
So with that one, I think we will be having end to end. From started. Our platform accommodates from a 6th standard student to a lifelong learner. So even we have a content for academic content for a 6th standard, mathematics, science, English, and their own mother tongue language. Marathi, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, whatever it is, their language. So they can learn from 6th standard to a lifelong learner. Not only for a learning purpose, they also can look for a job opportunities if they want to pursue the job opportunities. So that's the 360-degree end-to-end ecosystem we want to create in next few months.
Very interesting, sir. I think this is really good to know what Springboard is doing to the world, and it is very, very encouraging. And probably I would also encourage all the people who really want to form your career and then have access to some of the great learning ecosystem. I think people should try Springboard, and I'm sure I think that definitely adds value to their career. So last one word, sir, and I mean, really thank you so much for sharing all your experience. Some of great Subhashitas. I'm really in love of those Subhashitas. So anything, any suggestions, recommendation that you would want to probably tell it to the new age learning and development people? I think I'm sure you know the learning and development ecosystem is growing. A lot of new people are coming to this domain, this industry, or this department in many organizations. So you have any things and insight that you would want to share with them, so that they can keep it in their mind during the course of their career?
Of course, a lot of things. Learning and development is a very vast area.
Correct.
So first thing is that we have to have a modesty and humility to learn. So now learning is never ending. Though we may be in that industry and we may be enabling other members, but we have to enable ourselves. That is also most important thing. And try to make it as practical as possible. Look at from a learner's perspective. Don't go with your own mindset. This learning should be done this way, and be open to suggestions. Be open to the insights. Use technology. Technology now because of the happening in the data science and learning analytics, that gives you a micro feedback. It gives you very good insights. It gives you wonderful perspectives. So you leverage that technology and use like Gen AI, AI, ML, and which will help you in enabling yourselves and then becoming a better person. And I must thank to our leadership, Tirumala, ROE, Satisha, BN, and our whole Infosys leadership. So they've given us a very large platform to work, it's a Springboard kind of a platform. So I got an opportunity to work with vendor ecosystems, and then I got an opportunity to work with government officials. I had a chance to interact with professors and students of very reputed institutes across India.
Okay.
So all these people enriched my own experience.
Thank you so much, sir. This was really insightful session with you. And I'm sure I'm definitely going to learn these Subhashitas. I'm going to quote this to a lot of more people that I'm going to meet starting from tomorrow onwards. So I think this is really encouraging. And thank you so much for being with us here today and sharing some of the secrets of your success, insights from how the L&D has been evolved in the last 3 decades. This is really encouraging. I'm sure this insights will help the new age learning and development people to adopt some of these practices and implement some of them to reap the benefits of some of the course that you made. So I'm sure this will help them look at the whole learning strategy in those organizations. And we really look forward for another session with you at some point of time when there are new things that we have to talk. I'm sure like we said, it is evolving. So there is another evolution that definitely will come very shortly. And then we definitely want to have another round of discussion with you. And for today, thank you so much for joining. And we really enjoyed the conversation with you in the learning and development. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Thank you, Manjunath. Thank you, Techademy and IHT platform to give me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you people. Really grateful to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.